Okay, so feature matrix. Okay, what is feature matrix? Your whole thing is a matrix. This my blue outline. This whole thing is a matrix, right? We can divide this or split this into two parts. Right? Your parts so this is one part right here. Right? Can I use another pen? Probably. Okay, let's use this. Okay. Let's see, right? So Yoda parts in yours, right? So this is one part, right? And then we have another part, right? So this is another part right here, right? So it's a data split. So your matrix, right? I mean, your full matrix, right? Allow me the order bag, right? So divide. When you see, are we using here? Now you can see here. 1 second. Okay, so okay, so your button, right? So you can see right here. Okay, so this one, yellow highlight. Right? So this is called the feature matrix. Right? Features matrix. Right? Feature matrix or features matrix. Right? It's the keyword features matrix. Right? Feature matrix. And using eta particular I'll get the 4y. Let me try to clean it up. So those that we do not need, let me just get rid of them. Okay, so let me get rid of these as well. Okay, all right, so I can get rid of this. Let's clean it up a little bit. Right there. Okay, so our feature matrix, and then blue this one. Okay, we can call it target array because here's a one-dimensional center, right? So you can see there, using two-dimensional. And this feature matrix say two-dimensional. When you see, using what is this? This one is target array, right? Target array, right? Okay, target array. And the target array kati dimension ko cha?
1 dimension.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you see, one dimension, right? One dimensional. And you will see feature matrix psychic learning feature matrix has to be two-dimensional, right? So features vector form two-dimensional, right? So it has to be in two dimensions. But target thinking right? It can be an array, right? One-dimensional, right? One-dimensional array. Okay. All right, so ani अर्को चाहिँ के भन्दा feature matrix को shape कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि यसको कतिवटा rows हुन्छ n samples n features को उसमा हामीले के गर्न सकिन्छ भन्दाखेरि यो चाहिँ कति by कति को भनेको in terms of n samples and n features कति by कति को हुन्छ
5 by 4.
Okay, भनेपछि in general मा कति भयो
5,
no you the specific your case generally भन्नु पर्दा
150,
no that's not
hey, sorry
and samples by n
samples.
features. Okay, very good, thank you. Hey, okay, and samples by n features को हुन्छ है यसको dimension के हुन्छ यसको size shape के हुन्छ and samples by n features. Okay, always. Okay. All right, so any questions so far? Okay, so you guys know what is feature matrix, right? What is n samples, what is n features, right? And what is feature matrix, what is target array, right? The dimensionality of them is clear, right? Because we need it. And you because okay. So we need to be very conversant, right? Very much familiar, more rather conversant, right? With these terminologies and these concepts, right? Okay, so let's go back to this right here. Okay, okay, of target array, we talked about that. But normally I'm normally I'm it's called notation A feature matrix notation is mostly capital X, right? Mostly I'm giving feature matrix like capital X, right? Capital X, right? And target array most of the time small y, right? Capital X means small x, capital X it is higher dimension, right? X it could be a scalar or one dimensional X now capital X like key signify capital because this is a two-dimensional, right? Two-dimensional matrix, right? So okay. So pretty much takes a hand. Okay. All right. So okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Right? So we can do this visualization, which you have done before. Right? Pair plot. Right? Pair plot. Okay. So pair plot. Okay. So you have already seen this. See site matplotlib. Towards the end of it, right? The user with him. So okay. All right, so we can do for user cycle. Okay, so first our scikit-learn the model expects the input as in x, and x is the input, right? So this is what, right? This is the input, right? And using output, right? Output, right? Okay, input like input is the feature matrix, right? Features matrix, right? So about features matrix right? Input input data right? This will iris data sets, right? Iris data sets. This much let's quickly, right? So esma iris let me see if I need to. Right? Let me do it now. Okay, it's okay. So then we can play with it. I don't want to toss this. I don't want to. It's not talking there, so I can do. Okay, I just need to set import that. Okay, rather copy and then I'm going to do right here. Okay, right. So here, okay, we're load desire. So it's SNS. You think your visualization. I'll get around with this one. Actually, you, we're loading data set like this. Rather SNS maybe say. Iris is in SNS. Right? So I just ran it. Okay, Iris. Okay. So the basic we see now. I can do. Okay, you're not got the. Rather so what I'm doing here is okay, right here. What are we doing here? Right, let's see. You see I'm data I, right? So iris data set I. Okay. Right here. Right. So iris equal to iris dot drop with species x is equal to 1. And you species like drop right? Okay. Your iris, this is iris, you can see iris head, right? Esma, Amile, why are we dropping species? Any idea, Tina?
Feature matrix.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, because we're trying to create a feature matrix, right? Create a feature matrix. Features matrix, right? Species the back is a feature matrix, right? We're dropping this. Okay, over say 150 by 4 y. I say 150 by 5 theory, right? Common theory of 150 by 4 y, and then you can see that it's the x underscore iris, right? Dot shape and rather dot head, right? So you can see that, see, right? Now, what is this? This is what? You give a size give a, then it's a feature matrix, right? So features, right? Features matrix. Okay. You say I'm feature. At least you're a part there, but I'm not feature matrix there. But I'm like ortho part. What is that? Right? Because this is super target array. I know target array. A target array equivalent. We can do y is equal to we can do simply as far as species of course. Right? So what we can do is with x iris is the feature matrix of y array. And like we need y array. It's why it's taking up this space. Like this space can lead us. I wanted this space. Okay, let's see it. September. Okay. All right, don't worry. All right, so here now we got at least one part. The orca part is 190, and we need y. Y when you go say target array. Let's call it y iris. Y iris is equal to can you suggest iris when you do so yeah iris pada and iris pada right species right iris your whole thing is iris pada species material right your data framework species okay we can do y iris right see you can see that understand right so you're saying your series mouse right this is because your whole thing is a data frame your data frame but you're about to subset always given to series form also so this is a series right these are indices right and these are values okay you can see that right now I'm going to do it array it doesn't have to be always array form in one dimensional right okay or sometimes your two-dimensional two-dimensional you will see that later right okay so feature matrix so very restriction the constraints feature matrix has to be in the form of matrix right so the targets can be an array and it can be a matrix can be one-dimensional one-dimensional representation of the data or multi-dimensional right so this is the hard and fast keys right you can see that you'll see that later right okay so anyway so you can see that it's a series right y series अब यसको अब जति पनि हामीले गर्यौं है यसको भनौं न यसको समरी यतिले समराइज गर्छै गर्दैन हेर्नुस् त सो हाम्रो फिचर म्याट्रिक्स टार्गेट भेक्टर है टार्गेट अरे टार्गेट भेक्टर है अलराइट अब यस्तो छ भने यु क्यान सी दैट हेर्नुस् त यतातिर n samples so it's the number of samples number of rows in number of samples so number of features excuse me columns are features so hey these are number of columns is the number of features and using target vector of course has to be n sample हरेक row को के हुन्छ भन्दा लेभल हुन्छ हरेक row को लेभल हुन्छ भने n samples को डेटा छ भने the target vector or target array has to be of the त्यति नै elements हरुको के चाहिन्छ भन्दा n samples के number of elements is equal to number of sample n samples नै हुन्छ है so is it clear मतलब यो picture हेरेर it does make sense to you right
yes sir
okay so very good let's go further okay now our data is ready so we just saw how we can prepare the data prepare our data right okay obviously के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि now हामी model building part है we हाम्रो data तयार भयो है हाम्रो field तयार छ अब हामी के भन्छ कहाँ जाउँ भन्दा अब model तयार गर्न जाउँ है किनभने दुईवटा कुरा मेन कुरा दुईवटा you need the data you need the model हैन okay so let's create the model model हामी के भन्छ estimator API है so we can move on to consider estimator API of scikit-learn को estimator API भन्छौं है जुन त्यो मोडल्सहरु छ है scikit-learn मा चाहिँ they are called estimators है TensorFlow and estimator है estimator भन्छ यिनीहरुलाई है okay okay so Let's look at this. Hey, but you can read it. I'm not going to go through this. Hey, you have a high level guiding principles. Right? Consistency, inspection, limited object hierarchy. So when they designed the scikit-learn, your designer early, the scikit-learn design, they had this guiding principles in mind. Okay, so and then this is high level objective होइन एउटा vision guiding principles चाहिँ यिनीहरू थियो होइन. So you can read it later. Right? Let's see how we can use it. Right? What are the basic steps? Okay. So most commonly, the steps in using scikit-learn estimator API is polish. Right? So this is you don't have to even look at this. Right? You'll be conversant. You'll be very, it will come naturally to you. Right? Because once you have used these many times, right? So like the yad important, of course. But okay. So first one, you need to choose a model. Right? First one, you need to choose a model. You need to import appropriate estimator class from scikit-learn. Like scikit-learn package appropriate the model class that choose import. Right? You need to import that. Okay. Or could say after you import the class import and then you need to instantiate it. Right? You need to instantiate that class that you imported, right, with the desired value. And this might instantiate this constructor values. Right? Constructor values. So constructor values the attributes these are called hyperparameters. Right? Hyperparameters, it's parameters. There are two things: parameters and hyperparameters. Right? Parameters are called set गर्छ. Rather, parameters को values figure out गर्छ. The model or the human model गर्छ. Very good. है तर hyperparameter त्यो parameter भन्दा अझै माथि भनौं न hyper. है हाइपर प्यारामिटर के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि हामीले मसिन लर्निङ अल्गोरिदमले चुज गर्दैन अथवा उले भ्यालु सेट गर्दैन. त्यो चाहिँ ह्युमनले है प्रोग्रामर अथवा मसिन लर्निङ इन्जिनियर अथवा हैन ह्युमन्सले सेट गर्ने कुरा हो त्यो. है बुझ्नुभयो? सो हाइपर प्यारामिटर तपाईको हाइपर प्यारामिटर चाहिँ ह्युमनले सेट गर्छ है. सो त्यो चाहिँ हामीले सेकेन्ड स्टेपमा त्यो गर्नुपर्छ हामीले. सो वी नीड टु सेट द हाइपर प्यारामिटर्स. हामीले भ्यालुजहरु दिनुपर्छ है. You'll see, we'll actually do that. I actually concretely do them. I just just try to follow what I'm saying, right? What I'm explaining. Okay. So you'll see that. I'll come back to this anyway. Right? So as we do the code, right? Go through the code. I'll come back and try to relate to that code, those lines of code to these steps. Right? Okay. So and then arrange data into feature matrix in target array, just like we did just now. Just we arrange the data into feature matrix. Right? Feature matrix बनायो अनि target vector अथवा target array. Right? Okay. So now which we step 3 गरिसक्यो. है step 3 गरिसक्यो. Okay, once that was the data तयार छ, model तयार छ. है 1 or 2. Step 1 step 2 मा के भयो? Model तयार भयो. है step 3 मा के छ? Data तयार भयो. है step 4 मा के गर्नु? Data लाई चाहिँ हामीले त्यो मोडलमा पठाएर फिड गरिदिएर के गर्नु भयो? ट्रेनिङ गर्नु पर्यो. है सो त्यसलाई हामी फिट नर्मली के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि त्यो एस्टिमेटरको फिट भन्ने मेथड हुन्छ है. त्यो फिट मेथड कल गरेर देन you can fit the data into the model. Means the model learns. And machine learning, obviously machine learning. Right? The machine learns from the data that you provide. Okay. All right. And then once now your model is trained. Right? And step 5, of course, you use it to predict. Right? Let's say supervised use predict, unsupervised. You can do some kind of a transformation. All right, using transform or predict. Right? Just basic 5 steps. Right? Of course, but if you can understand, or if you once you have used many of these algorithms, then it'll be second nature. Right? Second nature to you. Right? So okay, all right. let's see. Actually, okay, जुन हाम्रो 5 steps छ नि, let's put it into action. Actually गरौँ है त यिनी. So first हामी के गर्नु भन्दाखेरि we create a एकदमै simple case, simple, very simple case. It's simple linear regression. Right? So what we're doing here, right? Let me quickly show you that. Right? Okay, rather. Copy this. Okay, right here. Okay, what we're doing essentially. So simply, it's like the simple case of we are creating a human random number seeding. So your detail we're creating random numbers, 50 random numbers to generate. Okay? So step by step, so let me first run it. Yes, this is how we data. So my like step by step. Just say what what I'm going to do is this. Rather, let's see. I'll show you right here. Okay, copy also, and then I'm going to paste it here. Okay, and then let's see your original data. I don't want to change, so that I can come back to this. Okay. So you see, I can make changes here. Right? Okay, changes are right? Let's say first thing, right? I'm generating 50 random numbers. Right? 50 random numbers. When you see, you say you got the uniform distribution between 0 and 1. Right? 0 or 1.0. Beats go value 0 in right? Okay, and then look at this. It's not okay. Not much. I mean, see, x. This is x, right? X case of 90. Now, 0 or 1 could be value, and they are coming from uniform distribution. Uniform distribution. Okay. Over this, because and then these values are very small. 0 to 1 could very small values. See? Okay, so decimal points mouse. So rather, if we can multiply that with 10, I say like I'm 10 multiply, and you will see now look at the values are some 10 multiply. See, I'll get two values, right? So I mean it's much nicer now. 0 to 10 could be small, right? 0 to 1 theo, they like 10 multiply. Of course 0 to 10 whenever. Right? And x values are right. Of y you x the value, right? Of y. Y y is equal to 2x minus 1. Right? Okay, so 2x minus 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here, or rather, so I'm going to comment this out. Say 2x minus 1. Y equal to 2x minus 1. Y equal to 2x minus 1. When you see, slope kati cha? 2 छ है intercept कति छ -1 है so our x right see now if I plot this, look at this, understand? So yeah, यसले -1 मा काट्छ है -1 y लाई चाहिँ -1 value, y को -1 value है त्यहाँ काट्छ, which is the intercept है -1, अनि त्यसपछि slope of course is 2 है 2 हैन 2 rise 1 run है 2 rise 1 run. And you see, इसको slope चाहिँ 2 छ है okay. So यस्तो खालको डेटा छ अनि यसमा हामी के गरौँ भन्दाखेरि अब यो डेटा यो त रियल वर्ल्डमा त यस्तो डेटा हुँदैन है रियल वर्ल्ड डेटा इज नट हैन यस्तो खालको डेटा हुँदैन किन भन्दाखेरि रियल वर्ल्ड डेटा इज मेस or rather त्यसमा विभिन्न नोइजहरु हुन्छ के नोइजहरु एरर्सहरु हुन्छ हैन त्यसले गर्दाखेरि तपाईको yes the underlying function is this. This is the underlying function. Correct data distribution, there is some underlying function. Right? It's all about function. Actually, when we're covering functions, right? Functions are so important. Everything is a function. Every process is a function. Right? So the data has some kind of functional relationship. Input or output bits, there is some kind of a functional relationship. Right? So I explained what is a function, right? Okay. Before, right? So so what we're doing here is can you guess or can you tell me why are we adding this rng.random50 फेरि 50 वटा random number त्यसमा जोडेको छौं किन any idea okay त्यो किन जोड्छौं भाइ you'll see that right here है किन जोड्छौं जोड्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब चाहिँ के भन्दाखेरि so यो चाहिँ okay this acts as a noise है त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ real world data मा को simulation भयो के भन्दाखेरि it looks like now it looks pretty much like real world data right okay real world data is not perfect अहिलेको जुन यो भन्दा अगाडि देखाए नि हैन straight line मा त्यस्तो perfect हुँदैन x र y को ठ्याक्कै त्यसरी किनभने they are हैन त्यो data collection गर्दाखेरि there are errors हुन्छ margins of error छ हैन so and then there are many other factors है so त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो त्यस्तो nice form मा आउँदैन है so हामीले यो भनेको चाहिँ we're introducing error or rather introducing noise है यो चाहिँ noise है यो तलमा these are noise तर यसको underlying function के हो 2x - 1 हो है okay so far so good बुझिराख्नु भएको छ अब हामीले basically we created a data है एउटा data बनायो के हामीले है okay भनेपछि यसमा कुन चाहिँ इनपुट कुन चाहिँ आउटपुट भयो कुन चाहिँ इनपुट कुन चाहिँ आउटपुट भयो x र y मध्ये x के हो इनपुट भयो y चाहिँ आउटपुट भयो हैन भनेपछि यसमा अब फिचर के भयो त what's the feature x is the feature y is the
level
very good अब हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो भने हाम्रो डेटा हामीले तयार गर्यौं तर is it ready to be fed into a machine learning model scikit-learn machine learning model or as scikit estimate API हामीले यतिकै x र y ले यतिकै पठाउन सकिन्छ के सकिदैन
no x लाई x सकिदैन त्यो फिचर चाहिँ one dimension छ
exactly हैन किनभने x लाई यो त अहिले one dimension मा छ भनेपछि we need to convert it some kind of n samples by n features right it has to be in a matrix in the form of what n samples by n features right so n samples कति होला number of samples
50
वटा है there are 50 samples है 50 वटा points and what is the number of features
1
है very good है 1 feature so हामीले चाहिँ कति हाम्रो के हुनु पर्यो column vector हुनु पर्यो हैन 50 वटा elements को you need to make a column vector हैन भनेपछि that's what we're going to do next है okay so हामीले के गरौँ भन्दाखेरि let's use the same notation as I'm using here as we're using here अब okay okay let's see okay so once we do that choose a class model okay hyperparameters choose also okay linear regression fit intercept model okay and yeah we do it right here so you're saying हामीले अहिले नै गरौँ है so x हामीले capital X भन्नु नि हैन so यो x भनेको के भयो इट्स अ फिचर मैट्रिक्स हैन so अब हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो x is equal to के गर्नु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि x अनि column all the rows अनि np dot new x okay so if I do that now x मेरो फिचर मैट्रिक्स तयार भयो है अब y लाई त के गर्नु पर्यो परेन because it's already in one dimension मा छ है so हामीले y लाई चाहिँ के पनि गर्नु परेन अब हामीले के गर्नु भन्दाखेरि now we need to first मा number 1 step के थियो choose a class of model है अनि हामीले के गर्यौं भन्दाखेरि यसलाई because less time so I'm just going to copy this है यो step 1 so this step 1 के थियो भन्दाखेरि we need to import the model भनेपछि हाम्रो त्यो model जुन estimator छ नि त्यो estimator class यो class this is the model यो model हामी import गर्यौं है so this is number 1 है we import number 2 के थियो instantiated है number 2 के छ instantiate गरेर hyperparameter choose गर्ने है so त्यो चाहिँ हामी यहाँ गर्छौं है let me show you this is step number 2 step number 2 मा चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि this is step 1 भयो step 2 मा model मा हामी के भन्ने this is instantiation हेर्नुस् त यो भनेको क्लास हो अनि क्लासलाई हामीले यसरी कल गरे जस्तो गर्यो भने फंक्सन कल गरे जस्तो गर्यो भने दिस इज इन्स्टेन्सिएसन अनि यो चाहिँ कन्स्ट्रक्टरको लागि के हुन्छ आर्गुमेन्ट हुन्छ नि त हैन सो यसमा फिट इन्टरसेप्ट भने के होला त hyperparameter very good hey so this is step number 2 मा के गर्दा छौं भने we are instantiating the model that we imported here यहाँ जुन इम्पोर्ट गरेको थियौ है त्यो अनि त्यसलाई हामी इन्स्टेन्सिएट गरेर हामी के गरिरहेको छौं भने त्यसको हाइपरप्यारामिटर which is fit intercept is the hyperparameter त्यसको भ्यालु दिएको छौं what's the value for that true है true भन्ने भ्यालु दियौ है so this is step number 2 है step number 2 okay all right so this thing and then you can see that it's model linear regression so you say train भएको छ त छैन हैन it's a just हाम्रो model तयार भयो है अब what is the next step data
model
है त्यो चाहिँ भइसक्यो है डेटा तयार गर्ने भइसक्यो अब फोर्थ स्टेप के थियो
मोडल फिट
यो चाहिँ हामीले गर्यौ यस के भन्छ यो अघि हामीले गरिसक्यौ है अब यो फिट गर्नु पर्यो हामीले के गर्नु अब यसलाई हामीले के गर्नु भन्दाखेरि model.fit हैन अनि केमा भन्दाखेरि हामीले फिट गरेर हामीले के दिनु पर्यो डेटा दिनु पर्यो हैन डेटामा हामीले के दिनु पर्यो हामीले लेभल I mean feature matrix plus the target array हैन okay feature matrix and target array है फिट गर्दाखेरि हैन we need to give level supervised हो नि त यसलाई फिट गर्यो है so it's already अब यो फिट भयो हाम्रो मोडल चाहिँ अब के भयो अब यो मोडल चाहिँ के भयो इट्स ट्रेन मोडल है अब यसमा हामी प्रेडिक्ट गर्न सक्छौं है अब हामीले राधा अब यसको के हो यसको प्यारामिटर्स यसको दुईवटा प्यारामिटर्स है model.coff है coff okay sorry model.coff है हेर्नुस् त let's see okay यति आयो है त्यस्तै गरी model.intercept है model dot I think it's intercept intercept right intercept let's see okay see usually parameter यो चाहिँ के यो चाहिँ डेटाबाट आएको डेटामा ट्रेन भएर आएको प्यारामिटर्स हो नि त है डेटामा ट्रेन भएर त्यो मोडलले फिगर आउट गरेको we didn't give it हामीले उलाई प्यारामिटर्स दिएको छौं र है हामीले त यो इन्फर्मेसन दिएको छैन हामीले खाली डेटा मात्रै दिएको छौं nothing just data है तर it figured out यसले के फिगर आउट गर्ने जस्तै कोएफ भनेको चाहिँ के भयो भन्दाखेरि दिस इज द स्लोप है यसको स्लोप कति रहेछ यसले कति देखायो स्लोप अन्दाजी
around
1.98 हैन 1.98 अराउन्ड हैन 1.98 है स्लोप देखायो हैन इन्टरसेप्ट कति देखायो अराउन्ड -0.9 हैन त्यो र हाम्रो ओरिजिनल के छ ओरिजिनली के छ हेर्नुस् त स्लोप कति छ 2 छ इन्टरसेप्ट -1 छ isn't it close यसले निकाल्यो कति यसले कति निकाल्यो स्लोप कति निकाल्यो
0.98 1.98
है 1.98 एक्चुअली हाम्रो रियल कति थियो 2 थियो उले 1.98 निकाल्यो हैन उले पत्ता लाग्यो नि त उले फिगर आउट गरे हो नि त हामीले दिएको इन्फर्मेसन होइन उले चाहिँ डेटाबाट पत्ता लागेको थियो है हाम्रो इन्टरसेप्ट -1 थियो उले निकाल्यो कति -0.9 not bad it's very good है just 50 data points तपाईको जति डेटा बढी भयो हैन त्यति यो एक्युरेट भयो त्यति क्लोज हुँदै जान्छ है okay so it did a very good job है बुझ्नु भयो so this is so अब के भयो मोडल actually tune the parameters right m and c हैन यसले it tuned the parameters right it figured out the actual true function right the true distribution को true function छ नि real जुन actual function छ नि त्यसलाई approximate गरे मैले सुरुमै भनेको थिएँ नि हैन machine learning is a function approximator right machine learning is a function approximator okay so okay so भनेपछि के भयो भन्दाखेरि you can see here machine learning भनेको function approximator कसरी भयो भन्दाखेरि let me quickly 1 second है loading up okay all right very good अब चाहिँ के भयो भन्दाखेरि let me clear it up okay so if I give you machine learning let's say के भन्नु भन्दाखेरि अब यहाँबाट हामी जुन डेटा दिन्छौँ है यहाँ डेटा दिन्छौँ है यो डेटाको some kind of there is a function र जब यो मोडल हामी ट्रेन गर्छौँ है ट्रेन गरेपछि यसको जुन ट्रेन मोडल टीएम भनौँ है ट्रेन मोडल हुन्छ यसले चाहिँ f प्राइम है जुन कि सो यसले चाहिँ f को जुन रियल ट्रु f छ नि यसको एप्रोक्सिमेसन यो चाहिँ एप्रोक्सिमेसन ओके है एप्रोक्स ओके सो भनेको मोडलले के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि once it's trained है it gives you that approximate है the function को approximate function दिन्छ के उसले है very close है close to the real function है जस्तै हाम्रो real function कति थियो 2x minus 1 थियो y equal to 2x this is हाम्रो true function यो थियो यसले कति निकाले यसको approximate function f prime कति निकाले ल भन्नुस् त
1.98x
right है 1.98x minus
0.9
see very good approximation है ठीक छ बुझिराख्नु भएको छ okay so main underlying idea भने के जतिसुकै complex machine learning भयो भने हैन underlying idea this is the underlying idea right the basic idea है यो चाहिँ बुझ्नु पर्छ है तपाईहरु okay all right so once भइसकेपछि now we can do we can predict है final step के भयो prediction hey let's do that by the way good channel let me take a screenshot here so okay screenshot please right screen let's see what I did that okay 1 second either print screen rather super okay this is good okay all right so that's a function approximator finally let's do something here अब हामीले predict unknown data है एउटा जस्तै हामीले अब यसो गर्न सकिन्छ xfit that here okay so अब हामीले के यो फेरि हामीले -1 देखि 11 सम्मको हैन these points are xfit you say test data this is x test test data अब हामीले के गरौँ भन्दाखेरि त्यो मोडलमा हामी प्रेडिक्ट गरौँ है मोडलमा प्रेडिक्ट गरौँ so टाइम एकदम कम भएको हुनाले let's do this right okay so हामीले चाहिँ मोडलमा प्रेडिक्ट एक्सपेक्ट मात्रै दिएको छौँ टेस्ट है अनि त्यसपछि हामी के गर्छौँ भन्दाखेरि प्लट गर्छौँ almost सिद्धिन्छ होला see now so this is predicted right this is predicted which is very good either okay so see you guys tomorrow either okay bye bye